Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Everett's scary father flashback, hypnotism unearths buried secrets? Days of Our Lives reveal that Everett Lynch aka Bobby Stein will move ahead with hypnotherapy, despite his reservations. Part of Everett is upset about what he might flash back if he faces his history and the Bobby side of himself that he's buried. After all, Jada Hunter thinks Bobby was a monster, so it's easy to see why Everett isn't in a rush to bring him back or pull up those old recollections. At the same time, this is the only way Everett is ever going to make sense of his double life. Everett can't just pretend he was no way Bobby when there's evidence that they were the same person. This may be a case of dissociative identity complaint that was brought on by knowledge trauma and complicated indeed further by Everett's traumatic brain injury. DOL suckers know Everett lost his mama when he was relatively youthful and is passing a total memory block when it comes to his father. Everett preliminarily made negative commentary about his pater and called him a drunk, but Day's pens are pretending that no way happened. Now Stephanie knows nothing about Everett's pater, other than Everett zoned out the one time she asked about him. Everett claims he doesn't recall anything at each about his father at this point, but we've to believe the whole drunk thing will come back into play anyway. There's a good chance Everett's pater had drinking issues and was vituperative because of them, maybe to both little Bobby and his mama. During the week of say Everett's hypnotism session will move forward and bring a discovery for Everett, who LLC commodity formerly Marlena Evans puts him under. There might be a situation where Everett recalls a scary incident with his father. Everett might indeed flash back his departed mama on the bottom and assume his pater was responsible. In reality, Everett himself may be to condemn for his mama's demise, indeed if it was accidental. That may have been what caused Bad Bobby to resolve off into this further affable Everett personality and borrow his mama's just be nice mantra. Of course, it could take multiple hypnotism sessions and other memory triggers for Everett to uncover the entire story. Indeed so, our day's prognostications suggest this first hypnotism attempt could get the ball rolling with a regard or two of Everett's history. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Everett has some stunning news ahead of him, so stick with us for updates on all the disturbing discoveries he'll make. Making a pact, confession time, demanding answers. Days of Our Lives indicate some explosive moments in Salem, as suckers head into the weekend. Coming up on Days of Our Lives, 3 schemers make a pact, while someone's ready to unmask the sap, and a parent demands answers. What's set to unfold during Friday's show? Time to dive right in. An awful pact is made. DOL suggest that as Jude's christening is about to get afoot, Sloan Peterson Brady, Melinda Trask and Leo Stark will make a pact. Days of Our Lives making a pact, confession time, demanding answers. Looks like Leo's heart will formally again get the better of him and he'll want to unmask the verity about Jude. Still, Sloan and Melinda will get to him before he does. What will they promise him? How much longer can he keep quiet? It's hard to say, but utmost suckers want the verity to come out sooner rather than laterally at this point. Holly Jonas's confession. Meanwhile, days indicate that Jude's father, Eric Brady, will have his hands full that day with his stepdaughter, Holly Jonas. Looks like Holly will make a concession to Eric, and there's a good chance she'll unmask the sap that the medicines from New Year's Eve were hers. What happens coming? Also read, Days of Our Lives week ahead spoilers. Holly's confession fallout and so important further. Teresa Donovan demands answers from her son incipiently. DOL reveal that Teresa Donovan will demand answers from her son, Tate Black. During Wednesday's show, Holly pretended to be Teresa on the phone and had a converse with Tate about why she's keeping the medicine secret. Tate understands her point of view a little now, as it has to do with guarding her mama Nicole DiMera because of all the trauma she's been through. Tate also advised her not to come forward, to spare Nicole any further grief. Will he change his plea or make a concession of feathers while he's in the halfway house? Is that why his mama needs answers from him? Alum Kyle Brandt announces a big career move. Kyle Brandt played the part of Philip on Days of Our Lives during the Sean/Belle/Philip triangle about 20 times agone. Philip came in alternate, but Brant scored a big palm when he took a job in New York hosting Good Morning Football. Now, that job will no way be the same. Go West, young man. Good Morning Football is moving its product from New York to Los Angeles. Brant gave an emotional speech on his Instagram account to let his followers know just how important the show means to him. He first joined the show on August 1, 2016, which is the per-season period of football, right? Brant, who also did the show Frogger in 2021, said he flashed back. At that time I had 18 months guaranteed on my contract, and my woman, Brooke, said, well, if the show is terrible, at least we've 18 months to figure out how to move back to LA. And 18 months in New York City came 8 times, it came over 1,800 occurrences, and it came home at the breakfast table. It's not clear yet whether or not Brant will be making the trip to Los Angeles with the show. But he did address some farewells. Now I'm saying goodbye to all these people. But I am not saying farewell to any of you, the actor turned sports judge clarified. That's veritably important. It's exhilarating to me that you watch the show that you're watching right now. And I know you have questions because I've seen them. Why is this passing? Who's going to LA? Why would you take commodity that you got so right and change it? Some of those answers, I don't know, Brant admitted. Some of them aren't mine to give. And candidly, I've a lot of questions myself. Then's what I know. I tete-a-tete will be intensively involved in Good Morning Football moving forward. And I want to spend the rest of my career with the NFL. And Good Morning Football isn't ending. It's expanding. And it's instigative because it's a bigger show. It's more show. Brant called his experience with the show a dream job. Quoting a notorious Frank Sinatra song, he added, "We made it in New York. You can make it then. You can make it anywhere. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll see you this summer." Kristen plays Teresa, Brady has precedences, a marriage discussion, miraculous happenings. Days of Our Lives indicate that Kristen DiMera will play Teresa Donovan. Brady Black has more important effects to worry about than Kristen. Trip Johnson and Wendy Shinbandi marriage. Abe Carver and Paulina Price are thankful for their lately cautions. Coming up on Days of Our Lives, Kristen, formerly again, has her spots set on Brady, and she'll do whatever it takes to get him. Teresa may have pulled off some swindles in her time, but she should know that she's no match for Kristen. After all, did Kristen indeed manage to steal Teresa's embryo and give birth to Tate Donovan? Kristen will dupe Teresa into going after Alex Kyriakis so that she can have straight path to Brady. Of course, that doesn't mean that Brady is interested in the least. Teresa wants to get her hands on Alex's plutocrat and will walk right into this trap. Will Brady end up saving Teresa from herself when she goes after Alex again? Brady Black has other worries. Brady will take the time to speak with Alex about his and Kristen's love. Still, Brady doesn't have time for Kristen's games. Alex and Brady are family, and Alex has no business playing daddy to Brady's son. Tate is in big trouble and has to be Brady's precedence right now. However, also Alex just has to live with that, if this means working nearly with Teresa. Will Brady figure out what Kristen and Alex are over to before this gets out of hand? Will Kristen continue to use their son to try to make Brady jealous, or will she push him right into Teresa's arms? Wendy Shin and Trip Johnson bandy marriage. When Wendy and Trip allowed they were dying, they changed marriage promises before passing out. Now that they've been saved, they've been tiptoeing around the marriage offer and their unofficial promises. Do Trip and Wendy want to get wedded and have the future they bandied? Has someone gotten cold bases? Abe and Paulina just cannot get past what has occurred between them lately. Did Lexi Carver really heal Paulina and give Abe his memory back as well? How could Abe get so lucky as to get his memory back and have his woman's life saved in the same nanosecond? This is truly a phenomenon they will no way forget.